guys, welcome to my channel. It's Thicky Lisa. If you guys want to see how I achieve this look, go ahead and stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. To get started, we just need a chain, some large eyelets, a pair of scissors, a marker, and a t-shirt. So I'm just going to be turning my t-shirt upside down, and I'm going to go with my scissors and just cut the top front of the shirt, and I'm just going to cut all the way through. By the way, you can get these supplies at Walmart. I just got them and I literally spent like $7 on all of them. Now I'm gonna get my shirt and I'm gonna try it on to make the markings. So I want it to be a crop top. So I'm just gonna mark that part. And then I'm gonna make the 2 marks because I want it to be a wider gap for the shirt where the chains are gonna connect. So now I'm just cutting the part that I just marked for the gaps of the shirt. I don't want the gap to be too wide or too small, so I just chose like an inch maximum to cut. I'm doing the same thing with the other part. I'm just cutting it equally. Now I'm just gonna flip my shirt over so I can be able to cut my shirt. It's a little long and I want it to be a crop top. And I accidentally cut the mark off, so I'm just gonna use the part that I cut off as a marking tool so I can just be able to cut it where I want it. Now that I have the shirt cut, I'm just gonna empty out my eyelets. They're kind of hard to figure out, but once you figure out, it's actually really easy. It's self-explanatory. This is optional, but I use a measuring tape to make sure each measurement was precise. So I put a marking at 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. I did it in inches and I wanted to make sure the shirt would look really neat and presentable. And I just did 5 markings. I didn't want the shirt to be too excessive. Now I'm just gonna bring the shirt together so I can make the exact markings on the other side. With my scissors, I'm just gonna cut a tiny hole. Make sure the hole is tiny because if it's too big, the shirt stretches out and the eyelet will be loose on there. I'm gonna do the same thing for all 5 of the holes on the right side and all 5 of the holes on the left side. And the reason why I decided to use eyelets today is because the shirt stretches out really easily because it's a cheap shirt and I wanna be able to use it for long-term use and wear. The right eyelet is gonna go in the front and the left one is gonna go in the back of the shirt. The right one has a smaller hole so you won't be able to see the material. So I'm gonna feed the eyelet through, and that's the front of the eyelet, which goes in the front of the shirt. It's the smaller part. So once I fed it through the hole, I'm gonna use the back of the eyelet, which is basically the bigger eyelet, to secure it to the material. So I'm gonna be securing it with scissors because I do not have $20 to be buying an eyelet plier. So I'm gonna use a pin. You can use a pin, knife, scissors, and I'm just flattening the little flaps that's inside of the eyelet, and it secures it. So now I'm just gonna be doing the same for all 10 holes. So I fed the eyelet through the front part of the shirt, and now it's in the back. Now I'm taking the back of the eyelet and I'm just connecting it. And as you can see, it's like little flaps that need to be flattened onto the outside of the eyelet. And I'm just trying to show you how I flatten it. So I got the pin and I'm just like turning it so it can flatten. My whole video is kind of sped up because I was working pretty slow, and you can kind of tell that it's sped up, but some parts you wouldn't even have been able to tell because, yeah, this is really tedious. And I'm just showing you how you can just feed it through the front and it goes like straight through. The hole's tiny, but it fits right through. Now that I have the eyelet secure, I'm just gonna lace the shirt up, kind of like a shoelace, and you can just see how I do it. Now that I laced it, I'm just gonna tie a knot. Don't make the knot too tight where you can't untie it, but I'm just gonna tie it so I can be able to try the shirt on and see if that's where I want it at. So I'm satisfied with how it came out. So now I'm just gonna take the shirt off and just untie the knot. Now I'm gonna take my scissors and cut it, and it's a Walmart little chain in the arts and crafts, so it should just cut right through. In order to secure it, I'm just gonna tie a knot where the end of the eyelet is on the last one. I decided to do 2 knots because it'll be easier so it won't unravel, just to be sure. I'm gonna do the same thing to the opposite side. I'm gonna tie a knot where the eyelet is on the end, and make sure you do it on the inside of the shirt and not the outside. This is the finished result. I actually liked how it came out. If you guys want to continue to see stuff like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, Thickies.